We are live on the West Coast Draft Podcast. It's Beau and it's Rob, as always, talking college football, the most brilliant sport in the world, unless you were
Mm-hmm.
me watching UW play ASU on Saturday
At least you
night.
weren't there in person, dog.
That's true. Were you there in person?
Duh. I've been at every
Oh
game.
gosh, man, that's brutal. That sucks. I'm sorry. But anyways, we at least they won, right? At least they won, which is what I've been telling myself
At
for the
least they
past
won. At
36
least they
hours.
won. Seeing other really good teams struggle this week as well made
True.
me feel better.
True.
It's every team it happens in college football. It's hard
Yep.
for college students to stay as focused as people expect them, treat them like they're professionals. They are college students. Last year Georgia was on the ropes against a bad Mizzou team last year.
They were on the ropes against a bad
Mizzou
Auburn team a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So, last year's Georgia was way better than this year's Georgia.
True. That is true. That is true.
It happens in college football. It does. It's so hard to go undefeated in college football. And, we'll get to that later, but it makes me feel a lot better that they were able to grind out this win, team of destiny vibes, both the field goal and the pick six. It was so close. We'll talk about this later, but I feel like the path he took was really similar to the pick.
Yeah. It was a fun one, man, for the last few minutes there. And then they kind of, kept building on the lead with another late field goal. But we'll talk
your
about
boy.
it. Yeah. Yeah. The Grady Gross, man. Grady Gross is the MVP. Shout out him. He killed me in FIFA.
Shout out Grady Gross. He's been great.
He's
been great this season. I was nervous about, busting a new kicker, but he's been doing such a good job.
100%. 100%. Well, hey, we got a whole slate of college football action to review. Again, it was a wild weekend.
We
got a whole bunch to preview as well. So hop right into it. I mean, what better place to start than good old
the
Liberty?
CUSA. Let's go. Liberty's looking good. Jamie Chadwell has them rolling. Middle Tennessee's a really good program. Jamie Chadwell, is he long for Liberty? Who knows? Because he did say God told him to go there. I'm not joking about that. He's probably like the most religious coach out there. He is at Liberty.
Speaking of Middle Tennessee, sorry, the only two Middle Tennessee NFL players that I could probably name, Kevin Byard and Reed Blankenship.
Wow.
We'll talk about that in the NFL episode, but yeah, there you go. But yeah, Middle Tennessee.
Howie smells blood in the water.
Howie, there was the one fake account that tweeted they were going to trade for Pat Surtain too earlier today. That would be unfair, man. The NFC might as well quit at that point. But that was fake, so proven fake. But anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the Liberty talk. Go ahead.
As I'm rolling, great offense, really unique. I feel like he will be in the Big Ten soon enough. I think his play style just fits some Big Ten bad team. Well, I'd like to see him at Sparty.
I can see it.
I've been a fan of Jamie Chadwell, other than his very outspokenness about religion. I've been a fan of his offense a lot. So he has him rolling. And then Western Kentucky at Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State, no joke.
Yeah. Are they bowl eligible? Oh no, they're not. No,
they're not.
They would be if they were, but they're not.
poor Western Kentucky last week and today. Tough L's. They were
supposed
to win today.
They got the sweet helmets though, and that's what matters.
They were supposed to win.
That's all right.
And then the Kane Womack has South Alabama rolling. Is South Alabama Southern Miss? Is that CUSA? I think so, right? It might be Sunbelt. That's Sunbelt.
I think South Alabama. Yeah, I think that's Sunbelt. Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna say if combining Liberty and South Alabama, CUSA is not doing too bad, but CUSA is doing pretty bad. That's what it is. They're the worst. G5.
Oh, easily. Yeah,
I mean, because they had to backfill with FCS teams.
True, and not even. I mean, Jacksonville State's been solid, but not.
No, they were good. JMU, Sam Houston, those were the best.
No, but I'm talking like Sam Houston. Sam Houston's garbage.
They were really good in the SCS level, and they've had so many tough losses. A lot of their losses have been close, but it is definitely a rough one for Sam Houston this year. They'll get better though. They're in Texas. They get the
Only so much longer till they're Texas State, right?
Well, Texas State has always been Texas State. That's the thing, though.
Yeah, true.
Sam Houston's really damn good, and they get those. Honestly, I'd say probably until like this year, Sam Houston's roster is better than Texas State. They get the scraps and the under recruited guys in Texas to come there and win championships.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that.
Shout out Dukes for our Thursday slate. Shout out to the Dukes. They should be now bowl eligible.
They're not. Sad, but it's all right. It's all right. They'll get there.
We'll get there
in a few years when they're eligible. Actually, is that next year? Next year they're eligible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's NCAA. Such bullshit for denying that waiver.
It's ridiculous, man. They can be ranked in the top 25 of the AP poll.
They are ranked. They are ranked. Yeah, what are they?
Yeah, no, they're not. They can be ranked in the AP poll, but they can't be ranked in the playoff poll, and they can't go to a game. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Go Dukes, baby. Go Dukes.
Go Dukes. SMU, Temple. I mean, that's what.
Who cares? That was horrible.
That's what you expect from an ACC versus the AAC matchup, of course. And then lastly, we finally get Saturday, the day the music died for the Washington Huskies. Just kidding. They won. But we'll start at the top here. A lot of talk about with Michigan.
Oh my gosh.
Least of which is their 49-0 win over Michigan State.
There's so much talk on both sides of this game, man.
Yeah.
It is just, and I have gone deep into the Michigan State radio universe ever since we played Michigan State, and I found the most hilarious people ever. I do check in on them ever so often, and it's just the Michigan State rivalry's gotten so toxic. And it was before this year. It was before last year. It's been bad. There was so much racist stuff towards Mel Tucker. They always called him a thug, which is like, I know what you really want to call him if you call him a thug. Richard Sherman always had a good thing he said about that. He's like, I think Richard Sherman, when people call him a thug, he's like, just call me the N-word, I
know Isaiah Thomas said that.
Isaiah Thomas said that too?
Yeah, NBA player,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you knew. He was a UW guy. I knew.
I know who Isaiah Thomas is. God
I just
damn it.
wanted to make sure.
He's one of the only ones I do know. LeBron, Isaiah Thomas. That's about it.
Shout out Isaiah Thomas, former Sacramento King. They're the ones who drafted him. He should have stayed.
Yeah. There were more Hitlers at that game than Michigan State points. I don't know how that goes through. Like I saw a really funny Reddit post. Let me read it to you real quick.
I don't know. Understand. I mean, I'm with you. I don't know how that goes through, but just the context of just like you look at the Michigan State scoreboard and it's freaking Hitler.
Okay. Here was the comment. It was the top comment on like the post game thread. It was, well, at least we didn't put Hitler on our scoreboard today. You're not going to believe this. What the hell happened there? It's just we could go so deep into that of like, and you're someone who has worked in an athletic department. I technically have. How does that happen? They said it was a third party, and
Yeah, but you vet those third party things. You don't just
and
let
you should
them put
vet
whatever
stuff
up.
before. How lazy are you to not go through all that stuff? Because he said it wasn't visible when we first saw it. It's like, then you're being lazy. It
just like snuck its way up there. No. You know what really happened was someone thought it was okay to put up there, and the decision maker thought it was okay to put up there, and
I think it was like an edgy teen. I think it was like an edgy teen that did it. That's my guess.
For sure. Well, I mean, what even was like, because it was like a trivia thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother going into that, into discovering the context, because no context is okay. So I didn't even want to hear any explanation. I didn't want to hear any crap. That was just inexcusable, and head's probably gonna have to roll for that. But the athletic departments of both Michigan State schools are currently on fire. Heard from a good source. Harbaugh is probably done.
Harbaugh's gone to the Bears, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know if he's going to go there anymore, though. It is just it's bad. Have you seen all the news, all the stuff that's come out about it? They got him bad. They
Really?
got it's bad. The videos have started coming out now of like
Uh-oh.
Stallion seeing something and the whole side
Oh, I
doing
did see
motion,
that
the
video.
whole
I did
silent
see
doing the
that
same thing.
video.
Pictures of Stallion with printouts of signals of the other team being right next to Harbaugh, being right next to Minter, and then pictures of a shady looking guy filming at the UW Oregon game last year. You see that one? That was a couple hours ago. Uh, the receipts, the school saying, yeah, he bought tickets, and school saying, yeah, we have video of him there, or video of people there filming. Um, the Venmo transactions, people went into the
I did see the
Venmo.
Venmo
It's like
transactions.
they're
Yeah.
like comically bad at covering this up. It's like I'm surprised. Well, one, Stallions, why are those public transactions? You knew you were doing something against the rules. But two, it's like, why not just name it covert filming? Thanks for filming, or something like that. It's like cheating. It's like how bad were you at that?
Hmm.
It's bad. I don't think they're gonna get sanctions. I don't know if they'll get a bowl ban. I think they're vacating wins, though. I think they'll
Probably
be
will vacate
vacating
wins.
wins.
Yeah.
Harbaugh is probably gone. I don't know if they're going to clean house or not, because I always thought it was going to be Sharon Moore taking the head coach job after Harbaugh leaves. But what if they get rid of him too?
Yeah. It could be. Uh-oh. There's a certain head
I
coach.
know. I don't want it to happen.
Uh-oh.
That's why I'm
Uh-oh.
hoping. That's why I hope they
Hey,
get
maybe
sanctions.
it actually works out that maybe Grubb just gets promoted and DeBoer goes to
I think
Michigan.
they maybe that. Well, here's what I think. I was saying this earlier today. You know who I think would be actually just a perfect fit at Michigan. This isn't like being ironic or anything. Take a guess what coach would be a really good fit at Michigan.
Dan Lanning.
No, 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 no. I don't think he's a good fit there. I think Jonathan Smith is a really good fit with his offensive style.
Yeah, he'd be a fun offensive. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would actually fit really
I
well.
think I think like there's very few jobs Smith. Yeah, I think right now Smith does want to kind of guide Oregon State through this real
Hmm.
tough transition because it's his alma mater. But I think if you get that offer, I think that's one that's really hard to say no to.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's not many coaches in the country that would say no to
Mm-mm.
Michigan right now. It's like probably. I mean, what jobs would you consider not like? Would you not consider Michigan an upgrade to? Probably
Only
Bama,
blue bloods, only like
Georgia,
Bama, Georgia,
Texas, Ohio
Ohio
State,
State,
Oklahoma,
USC. I'd say
SC.
Michigan above USC or above USC and Oklahoma right now.
Probably, yeah. So I mean, that's four. That's
Not
probably
many,
it.
not
There's
many.
not many. Yeah.
I don't know. I think
LSU maybe.
I hope.
Probably
Oh
on the
yeah, yeah.
same level.
I really hope that they do get sanctions just so DeBoer doesn't go there. I'm not afraid of losing him to SC. I'm afraid of the Midwest Blue Bloods though. I'm afraid of Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Michigan. Those are the three I think. I don't think he'd even go to like a SEC Blue Blood because he doesn't seem like he's an SEC guy. I
No.
don't think there's a good fit.
I don't
How
know if there's
fast
any
they
SEC
ran
blue bloods that are going to be needing new coaches anytime soon, anyways. So
Bama.
what when Saban retires, they'll just go
I
get
think
Grubb.
Landing's going to Bama as soon as that
I
happens.
could see it. I could see it. Or maybe Kirby just goes home.
Kirby is at home.
Wait, I thought he was Bama.
He went to Georgia.
Oh well, yeah, but he goes back to Bama. Yeah, he wouldn't ditch it. He wouldn't ditch his alma mater. You're right. You're right. That's true. That's true.
Um, I think Lanning is like a pretty perfect fit. If you can read the tea leaves too about Saban talk about I tried to hire Lanning or whatever. I can't do a good Saban. That was like a Nixon.
So Nick's and Nick
I can't do a good
Saban.
Saban. Can you do a good Saban?
I'm trying to like think of the Aflac
It's like
commercials.
calm. It's
Yeah.
calm. He
Well,
has picked up the Southern.
oh man,
That's
that
that's
sounds
not
like
bad. That's not bad. That's a hard one to do.
you got a discount on your car insurance. Dion, what are you doing in my office?
That's not bad. That's not bad. It was like I tried to hire Lanning, and you know, two Lanning's an SEC guy,
True.
and I think he's really young, really career oriented.
Oh
I
yeah, if he
think
gets the
he
Bama
definitely
head
wants to take
coaching
that
job in
jump.
his 30s, that would be insane.
hmm I don't know if DeBoer's the same way. Um, I think we have I think the biggest perk that we have for DeBoer is that he's like a 5 minute walk from his office to go watch his daughter play softball.
True.
I
And
I,
you also
I
got to think
think
he's probably on. Is he going to want to leave until his daughter graduates? Is the thing
yeah, I
too.
think we have him. I think and the people that I do know who are donors have told me DeBoer's really happy here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, who
I
wouldn't
think
be?
if
He's
DeBoer
winning.
was huh?
I said, who wouldn't be? He's winning. Winning
Very
cures
true.
all.
I think if he was 10 years younger and I hadn't heard the things that I've heard, especially about an extension that's in the works, speed it up, please. Before hiring season, please. Uh, give him his 8 mil a year. Um, I'm not too concerned. I think you got to look at history too. In
Mm-hmm.
like the last however many years, only one coach has left us. And that was Sark. And they
Yeah.
kind of USC kind of did us a favor on that one.
True.
Um,
Right before everything hit the fan with them.
yeah, and we got Chris Peterson instead. They kind
Right.
of did
That
us
was
a
an
favor
upgrade.
there.
That was an upgrade.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
an
for sure.
insane upgrade.
Massive
And
upgrade.
it wouldn't have happened if the USC AD didn't tell Chris Peterson to keep Orgeron. That's why Chris Peterson said no to USC. It's like you need to have Orgeron, some other mercenaries on your staff. And he's like, I want to have who I want on my staff. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sark's like, yes, sir, I'll have Coach O on my staff. Now I
Yeah.
would have Coach O on my staff because Coach O is awesome.
Coach O's amazing. Who wouldn't want Coach O is a national championship winning coach? Like, let's be clear. Lincoln Riley is
A zombie could have done that. It could have been the
true.
national.
Yeah, true.
I
I
mean,
mean, that
he did
was
recruit that team though, right? But
he
like the
did. He
coaching
did.
of it,
He got Burrow in the portal.
he's a
He
great
did
recruiter.
recruit.
No one ever questioned that about
Yeah.
were Jefferson and Chase from Louisiana?
I know Chase was. I think Jefferson was too, but let
Okay,
me
never mind. Yeah, no. You have a complete and total monopoly. I feel like out of any SEC school, Louisiana does
well,
not.
Justin Jefferson's older. I think all of his older brothers also played at LSU. So I
No,
mean,
no, that's the thing about Louisiana kids is they
oh yeah,
they
yeah.
all go to
If
if they
they're
are
good, they
any
go to
good,
LSU.
they none of them leave. None of them leave, even to Bama or Georgia. They all stay home.
Let me see. I want to look at Chase's recruiting profile when he was young. There's a
Yep.
young Jamar Chase. There you go. Yep, Archbishop Brummel. I knew that one already, but now I'm just looking at young LSU. Let's see. I want to look at just Jose Burrow. That's a soccer player actually. Joe
Really.
Burrow, 247. Yeah.
Bring him to Cincy.
Well, obviously, let's see. I want to find his recruiting
Was he
247
super high
profile.
recruited?
I
I
think
don't
he
think
was
he
like a
was, right?
3-star. He was a 3-star.
No.
Yeah. Well, there's his LSU picture. I want to go to here's review recruiting profile. I just want to see this. I've seen
Iowa
that picture.
State. Oh,
I guess he
God.
was a 4-star. I guess he was a 4-star. I guess. Well, he was born in Iowa actually, which is funny. He's considered like
Ah,
the Ohio guy, but he's
yeah. I thought he
born in
was the
Iowa.
Ohio guy. But why Iowa State? Go to Iowa if you're born in
Yeah,
Iowa.
exactly.
That's so
Well,
funny that he's considered a
look at
dual
his
threat, though.
Look at his so he had obviously the Ohio State
He was
one, but
so
other than that,
under
Boston
recruited.
College, Central Michigan, Cincinnati, East Carolina, I mean, funny he went to Cincinnati, Fresno State, Iowa State, Kentucky, Maryland, Minnesota, like University of
Oh, look at that.
Ohio,
Oh, but that's
Alabama,
no offer.
Bama, no, he made them pay later. Michigan, no. Michigan State, no. Oregon, no. Man, Oregon. Oh, and funny actually, if because I think him and Herbert were in the same grad class, so that makes sense. But actually, no, Herbert was in 2016. He was
That's
the
so
year
crazy
after.
how under recruited Burrow was.
Yeah, that's
He
wild,
must.
man.
I think he was an insane late bloomer, though.
No, he definitely wasn't. And the funny thing is, Ohio State wasn't even going to get offer him until Ryan Day saw him and was like, "Hey, this kid can freaking play." Urban didn't want to offer him, so like I think Burrow. I mean, he'll never say it, but I think Burrow kind of always had his chip on his shoulder when it came to Urban, which I think also is why I fired him up when they beat Jacksonville when Urban was still there. That Thursday night game, you could tell it meant a little
Yeah,
extra to him.
that was the pre-firing game.
That was the pre grinding game.
That was the game that caused the grind. Oh, and now there's weird reports about Urban. He might be back. Who knows? That's what Michigan State
Michigan
fans are
hires
saying.
him. Well, Michigan hires him to replace
Michigan
Harbaugh.
State fans have been saying Urban's
Oh
coming.
yeah. Oh no, I did hear those ones.
I don't think he's coming back.
No, he's not. Dude, he's got a cushy Fox Sports job. He already tried to leave for another job and it spit him out. And yeah, no, he should just stay where he's at.
USC people are saying they're going to bring in Chris Peterson after this year.
Why? Where's Lincoln going to go?
Chris Peterson is the most
NFL?
done with coaching person I've ever seen.
Nah,
or fire. Chris Peterson is.
They wouldn't.
There's Chris
Lincoln.
Peterson speculation every year.
Firing Lincoln would be so dumb. They'd lose all the top recruits they brought in. Because you say what you will about Lincoln Riley, he is the best recruiter in college football.
No, their recruiting class isn't that good.
Really? They had like a bunch of 5 stars in class of 23.
No,
hold on.
Not in 23, sure, but right now,
yeah,
not 24.
2024 USC commits. Here we go.
That's what I've been on the USC.
Yeah, I guess they're only 19
pages.
right now.
Yeah, they're pissed at Riley for not recruiting hard enough. His 23 class was really good. I will say that.
23. Yeah. Yeah, Malachi Nelson. Yeah, how many 5 stars? So you get 1, 2, 3.
Zachariah Branch, who's probably the best true freshman in college football right now.
Oh yeah, he's freaking stud.
They're spoiled. They're spoiled.
Okay, Walker Lyons, Folsom, California.
Yeah.
Shout out Folsom. There you go. Ring the bell.
Isn't Walker Lyons? Isn't that the guy
He's on
who's
mission.
on a? Yeah. So he's not coming for a while.
But when he is there, that'll be fun for them. Yeah, he doesn't have a single 5-star in the class of 24 yet. That's pretty wild.
Joe McKnight.
Yeah, there you go. It's so funny actually to like go to like these highest ranked recruits ever for like each class. Like UW's is, I know obviously there's names on UW's list that you
probably gonna be Shaq Thompson, right?
I believe it might. Shaq. I feel like Shaq Thompson was 2. Honestly, wait, why is it?
Buddha. Is Buddha one?
Big Ten.
Caleb McGarry.
we're already listed as a Big Ten school.
Oh, that's so funny.
247. There you go.
That's so funny.
Washington. I went to Pac-12 and I was like, why is there only Oregon State and Washington State? Oh wait, that makes sense. Here we go. Yeah, Shaq Thompson's 1. Reggie.
Yeah.
1,
Where's
2, 3, 4. We only have 6 5 stars.
Who did I just say? Who did I just say? That I thought was gonna be good.
Reggie Williams.
No. I said Shaq Thompson who's Buddha. This Buddha was a 4-star.
Buddha's on here. I remember seeing Buddha.
He was a 4-star, I think.
2020 or 12.
12. Wow.
Austin Safarian Jenkins. So for Case
Williams, the stories I've heard. The stories I heard of Austin Safarian Jenkins when he was here are insane. He was a wild guy.
Yeah. Yeah, how many of these guys end up being someone like in the NFL?
Not many. No.
Shaq Thompson, he never lived up to being a 5-star, but he was really good. Reggie Williams.
Never did much.
Nathan Rhodes, Sam Heward's at Cal Poly now. Tuiasosopo.
Played baseball.
Yep.
Spell can't even play on a shitty Colorado line. Yep. Austin Safarian Jenkins had some solid years.
Yeah, he's 2nd-round pick. Casey Williams, never did. Dan Dix, Buddha.
Seahawks star in preseason was Casey Williams.
There you go. Jake Locker. There you go. Jake Locker might be the first-round pick on this list.
Oh, Marquise Spiker.
Shaq Thompson was a
Marquise Spiker. Oof.
Portland State. Jalen McMillan. There you go. First current Husky on the list. Guess who recruited him? Jimmy Lake.
Wasn't that Chris
Jake
Pearson?
Browning?
No. I think Chris Pearson. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
2020 signing class. That's when Lake was here. Although, they worked together on that recruiting. And actually, fun fact, even for the offensive guys, a lot of times Jimmy Lake was the closer. So
I know. I hate what the hell happened to him. The Fatui Taylor haircut will never not make me laugh.
It's not great, is it? Jacob Bandes still on the team. Shout out Jake Browning.
He looks like such a kid in that photo.
Oh yeah. Actually, let me see. What's his? I guess they probably got his UW photo or his NFL photo up on his profile now. No, I guess they don't. They still have or this is a UW profile. They don't have his NFL profile that says Cincinnati on it. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer.
Okay, we got to get back. We got to
Yeah,
get
we
back
gotta get.
because
We're one
that's
game
game
in.
one.
We won't talk that much about every game to be clear.
Well,
But yeah,
this
Penn
is the
State.
thing to talk about. This is the thing to talk about, though. We're not just finished just yet, but it's a mess in both state schools. It's going to be this is really going to derail their season because it's so loud there. It's such a distraction. I said Caleb was distracted. I said USC was distracted. Times 10 for Michigan. They're going to drop a game soon. They were so lucky they're on bye this week. They're so lucky. Mess. On to the next. Penn State at Ohio State.
Good game.
Loser.
Very defensive. I watched it. Don't get me wrong. Penn State's defense held their own.
It's good. It's a good defense.
But yeah, offensively, it was ugly. It was very ugly for both teams, to be quite frank. But especially Penn State.
The Pac-12 teams are going to have to change their style for the Big Ten. I think the Big Ten's going to need to start scoring points.
Well, I don't know if UW and Oregon are going to be scoring a lot of points this year without next year.
Yeah,
maybe see if Caleb Williams doesn't leave school, but we'll see.
It's going to be rough next year for both teams without their quarterbacks. You see it with Georgia right now and in other schools struggling replacing quarterbacks. It's going to be tough. Bama. Yep. It's tough. It's tough without a good quarterback.
Yeah, we don't have QB factories anymore like Bama did when they went straight from they went from Hurts, bench Hurts to
Jones,
who went then Mac Jones, then Bryce Young. Yeah, that's an insane.
Well, not yet. UW's setting it up right now.
Maybe. We don't know what Austin Mack's going to be. I hope he's good.
Just goofing. I like what I see from Colic. I'll say it. I think he's going to be rated a lot higher soon enough.
Well, there you go. But Ohio State was another one of those teams that kind of had a QB factory going from Haskins to Fields to Stroud and Kyle McCord. Womp womp. Yeah, but
Devin Brown's out, so they're gonna be putting in Lincoln Keenholz packages.
Yeah, they better, man. That's how they're gonna make a run at. That Michigan Ohio State game, just like last year was supposed to decide a playoff spot. Ultimately, USC didn't take care of their own business, so it didn't. But Michigan Ohio State for the Big Ten. That just like it has been every year for the past few years. About a month away from rivalry week, man. We're almost to that point. It's kind of scary.
It hurts with the quarterbacks that got away for UW. Avery Johnson, really, parents were pushing him to go to UW, but stayed home, playing right now for K-State and doing very well. Lincoln Keenholz, last minute swoop in by Ohio State, and is going to be playing as well. But if we get either of those, we don't get Austin Mack, who probably would have been, from what I hear, would have been a 5-star this year if he didn't reclassify. So we'll have to see how that pans out. It'll be interesting to look back in a couple years. But from everything I hear, Mac is the real deal.
Well, yes, we'll see. But
he looks like a man out in the field.
He does. He's massive. He's
huge. No issue with throwing lanes for him ever.
Right, exactly. He's taller than most of the offensive linemen.
Yeah, especially as a release point too.
Yeah,
so he's like Brock Osweiler and like Nick Foles.
He's almost as big. He's 6'6". Osweiler is freakishly large at 6'7".
You see the Montana State kicker, 6'9".
I did see that. Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy.
Love it. All right, Duke, Florida State. I wasn't able to watch this game because I was in person.
Duke was up,
but I think they gave them. I think they were up into the fourth.
Yeah, Duke was up 2017 at the fourth at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth. Duke was up 2017.
They're gonna drop one. It's gonna happen. UW's gonna drop one. If we win 2 of USC, Utah, and Oregon State, I'll be very happy. If we go 2-1 with those 3. I think we were talking about that. Yeah.
Shoot. Washington. Don't get me wrong. We're a much better team than Washington State, but they'll get up for that game too. Like that's not a gimme either.
I don't know.
The way we just played against Arizona State, man. if UW comes out flat and Wazoo comes out firing, we could
Oh
lose that
yeah,
game.
but I think we'll get up for that game too. That's the last Apple Cup.
True, that is true. But I mean, it means a little bit more for Wazoo given the circumstances. But
Well,
um,
I really hope we leave. I mean, a lot of this class is the class that was there for Wazoo storming our field. I don't think that will be that is still not forgotten. I think it's going to be huge to leave their, and I don't know if you know this, their trophy case for the Apple Cup says the rightful home of the Apple Cup, and they've
I
had
was in
it.
the I was in the meeting rooms that had that trophy case in it. Yeah.
No, at Wazoo, at Wazoo.
Oh, it Wazoo. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was thinking UW. I was
Wazoo's, it
like,
says the rightful home of the Apple Cup above below their trophy case,
that's kind of
and it
funny.
has hardly ever been there. Um,
Not
so
recently, at
I hope
least.
it stays empty for a very long time after this year.
I don't know. I just opened up Memphis here, but yeah, it may never be opened up again. To be
I
quite
think
honest,
yeah, yeah, probably even if it's continued, talent caps can be pretty rough. What's like a comparable re rebirth? Like I think you can probably compare the future of the Apple Cup to Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, could see that. Although Georgia Tech, I mean, Wazoo's going to go to Mountain West. Or I guess they're saying like Pac-12 is still going to be Oregon, or it's going to be Pac-2, Oregon State and Wazoo on their own, but they have a scheduling alliance with the
Yeah,
Mountain
that's what they're
West.
saying now.
Why not just
Well, I
be
think
the Mountain
they want.
West?
I think they don't want to be in the Mountain West. I think they're
Because of
gonna
the
try.
name association. Yeah,
Well, it's just I think they want to get to the Big 12.
true.
I've come around and I have ended the hate towards Oregon State and Wazoo. It just wasn't worth the feelings over this. I hope I give them my best wishes. I hope they do well. I'm sad to lose them. Um, tough that it came to this, but I do now wish them the best. And whatever happens, the lawsuit happens. I'm not going to get too up in arms about it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, should we talk about this game? What
Might as
a
well get it
crap
over
fest!
with.
Yeah.
Horrible, 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 horrible. Well, they were always due for a letdown. At least they won their letdown again. But
Mm-hmm.
man, that
Mm-hmm.
was ugly.
So this is the fourth win in the 21st century against Arizona State for UW. Fourth
Well,
win.
there you go.
So like I was telling you, like we're cursed more than just at the desert. This the Sun Devil put a curse on us, man. I did see him. He was running out with the team. It was cool to see him one last time. Top
He's a
tier
classic.
mascot, in my opinion. Top tier
Top
mascot.
tier.
Um, that team game planned really, really well. Dillingham, for how limited that offense is, called a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
He called a really good game. Really couldn't close out drives because like he was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. Because the two times he did kick, he missed, and then the other times he went for it, I don't blame him for it.
Mm-hmm.
That play action pass, the first play of the drive, after the pick six, I think it was like that toss play that they've been running all game, then hits it deep. Like three dudes were open. That was like when I was seeing it live, I was like, oh, he had that ready. That was just so well schemed.
Yep.
They had a really fun offensive game plan. And
Yeah,
Scadaboo's a good back.
Kenny Dillingham on Chuck Morrell, man. It was like watching freaking Kyle Shanahan work against Joe Barry defense. It's too
Yeah,
easy. It was right there. It's too easy.
the talent gap, is what made them not be able to punch it in. Then Mish
Exactly.
Powell with the heroics.
Yep.
Great story.
And we were never going to score an offensive touchdown that
Nope,
game.
nope.
We were never going to. We needed that.
We needed that really bad. Great story though. Local kid, walk on. One of the first things DeBoer did when he came in was put him on scholarship. That was a great video when it happened. That's one of my favorite college football things is like the videos when kids get on scholarship. Whatever the way they reveal it and stuff. Oh, those are the
funny thing
best.
is fireworks. That was weird.
Oh,
If
probably for
he
D-backs.
probably for the D-backs, honestly. Yeah. Shout out D-backs. If they didn't put on scholarship, he was going to transfer, and they knew it. So good call to put him on scholarship.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
He's so much better at safety than at corner.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just so clutch.
Huge.
Totally
Season
telegraphed
saving.
that throw.
Season
Oh yeah,
saving.
it was a totally telegraphed throw. He
Mm-hmm.
Borgay finally turned into a pumpkin against us after the last 2 years. He stared him down so bad, but huge, and it was like so similar to the pick. Equal reaction to in the crowd to the missed kick, in my opinion, from being there. Just incredible. Offense. There's a couple explanations I got here. They ran the Todd Graham defense. They blitzed like at least 5 every play, at least. They've dusted out the old Todd Graham playbook, and I think we either have a tell or they got our signals. It wouldn't surprise me because Dilly coached under Todd Graham, who was incredibly good at getting signals. So the way they were timing and guessing our run plays so well, we either have a tell or they did get the signals. 2 weeks, or Lanning told him something. I don't know, but
at this point of the Lanning, might as well tell everyone on our schedule everything, right?
yeah. The running game needs to be less vanilla. They need to mix it up a little bit more. It's pretty hard when your guard and center aren't holding up too well. Was the guy who you said was a monster? Was he a
Zero
defensive tackle?
he's a D tackle. He's like more of a 3 tech, but yeah, he's the D tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't see too much because
he
watching
was
football in
dominating.
person sucks.
He was dominating against whoever our starting right guard was. I don't think it was Brailsford, was it?
No, Brailsford's been playing center.
Yeah, well, but they had Hatchet at center, Landon Hatchet at center. So
I think they moved him over because Garion was struggling at right guard. They put Landon at center, Brailsford at right guard because
Brailsford could not handle.
Well, I think Garion couldn't handle. That's the thing.
True. So,
I hope. I think Buloh's coming back.
Yeah, we need the middle of the O line to step up because it was ugly. It's been ugly the past couple of weeks, actually.
Mike, on the last drive, there was a tight end wide. I think it was Culp wide open.
Oh yeah. There was one where he had Cuevas coming wide open. He forced it. This wasn't the last drive, but he had him wide open for at least a first down. If a guy makes one guy miss, it's a touchdown. Instead, he tossed up a jump ball to Adunze. And it's like, dude, I get it. You go to your guy, but he was wide.
He was antsy. I think he was antsy.
Penix wasn't seeing the field well at all on Saturday.
No, he was not. And that happens when you get a gap pressure.
True.
The ASU or ASU DC was like, fuck it, we're just gonna blitz everybody. And honestly, in my opinion, as a DC facing that offense, I would have done the same. I think that's the only reasonable answer to that offense, especially if you don't have guys who can cover, is send everybody. Because they got some real. What is it with playing ASU and getting fluky turnovers? Because it was the helmet turnover last year. And then the tip ball right to him.
Tip ball in the end zone. Yeah.
That was rough.
Wide
and he was open.
Too.
He was open. Yeah, that was a touchdown. That was fluky as hell. The mesh point fumble, I don't know who that was on. I didn't see enough, but come on. You're better than that. What else happened? Who else fumbled? Jalen Polk fumbled, right?
Oh, yeah. Polk fumbled on the screen to open the second half.
And then that first drive pick. Busted play. Got to throw that away. Second time that's happened because that pick against Cal was kind of similar. Throw it away. I think they were feeling themselves too much, and I think they needed that. I think they needed to be humbled a little bit. Kalen DeBoer has the best winning percentage of any coach this century against ASU at 500.
Wild,
Chris Peterson had a losing record against ASU.
ASU is just a cursed team for everyone. That's wild.
It's rough.
Except the Wildcats.
Yep.
they're probably about 50% too, honestly. Bear down. They're going to win it this year.
Well, remember a couple years ago when ASU put 70 on them?
That's true. Well, there was a couple of years ago, U of A was the worst team in the Power 5.
Oh, yeah.
Not anymore, baby. Not anymore, baby. Bear down.
That's there's no excuse in a talent-rich area like Arizona, especially now, because that place has only gotten more talent-rich.
Well, in Tucson, it's a little different. And ASU, they're right there by Phoenix. No excuse there. Tucson, it's a little tougher.
Okay, I know that. So Tucson's basically Pullman.
Basically, yeah. I mean, it's an hour and a half away, so it's not like
Yeah,
that
4
far
hours.
out. But I mean, yeah, Tempe is a suburb of Phoenix. So
Okay. Um, it was rainy, and I heard Penix was sick.
yeah, I heard Penix
Uh,
was sick too. Yeah.
but and Grubb had another iffy game plan, in my opinion. Although, like, I think it was hard either way because Penix wasn't seeing the field.
Mhm.
I would have put a lot more people just sitting in the middle. I think not having J Mac or Jeremy really hurt. But I
Yeah,
would put a
no,
lot
they're
more tight
starting.
end
I
space in the
think they're
middle.
really starting to feel the loss of J Mac. Honestly, the past couple weeks, especially, it was like
Hmm.
Cal, you could get away with it, but like U of A, Oregon, and ASU, the 3 games since, it's like
I will say
it's something's missing. It's J Mac.
Stanford as a horrendous defense statistically.
Oh yeah,
ASU
yeah.
actually has a pretty good defense.
Hmm.
People don't know that. Their offense is god
Oh yeah,
awful,
their offense can't do anything. Yeah,
but their defense is actually pretty solid. People need to remember that. But yeah, we survived. That's all that matters
survive,
sometimes college,
survive in advance, and they didn't. And because of this next game and how close it was, they didn't even drop in the rankings. Still at number
Hmm.
5. Oklahoma still number 6,
The
pulling
Gus
one
bus,
out.
baby. The Gus bus.
Barely beating
They're so lucky
UCF.
that wasn't in the bounce house. If that was in the bounce house, they would have lost. But
Probably, yeah.
what is it with OCs and calling double passes on 2-point plays? I am sick of it because
Yeah, they get
UCF
you in
did
their
that to
bag.
lose. Because okay. 2-point plays have increasingly become gadget play to showcase. Run a solid play. Run a solid
Mhm.
play. Gadget plays don't really work because you don't have any safeties to fool because they got the boundary. So it's like, why run a double pass when there's no one to go past?
True. The Philly special spoiled it for everyone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Philly
Um
special ruined football, changed my mind.
Seahawks
Patriots
ran
fans
the Philly
signing that
special.
petition.
Seahawks ran the Philly special against the Birds in like 2016.
There you go. They stole it. That was
Blame
Doug
Russ.
Peterson's first
Blame
year
Russ.
too.
Hmm.
Blame Russ.
Um UCF played a really good game.
Hmm. They
I've
did.
always been a big Gus Bus guy, just because I love his run game. Um Man, they blew it. But Oklahoma are frauds. If they lose a game in the Big 12, they do not deserve to get in.
Hmm.
I
Well,
think
they're not in right now.
The Big 12 will be without a representative unless Oklahoma goes undefeated, and I don't think that's going to happen. Although Texas without Ewers is so much less of a threat.
Hmm.
Speaking of Texas without Ewers, they were also on the ropes. Horrible spot in the end. Horrible spot.
Hmm.
They totally had a first down. I really don't get that one.
Hmm.
Um,
Agreed.
and then Ewers goes down. That's rough, man.
It's a rough, big loss for Texas. Now, granted, the rest of their schedule is not too bad, so it might not come back to bite him, and he'll probably be back in time. But like,
People were doing 7-win Sark memes during when they were down. He
trying to
doesn't
think
have
who
that
else
high
do
of
they
a
really
win
have to
total.
play?
He does not have that high of a win total, and he has lucked his way into 2 blue bloods.
Yeah, trying to think. Texas. How many? Well, what's the rest of Texas schedule look like here? Okay, they've got cupcakes the rest of the way. So
It's in the new Big 12, of course it is.
yeah, it's tough game. Cupcakes. It won't be the case next year when they're in the SEC, but yours will also be gone. So adjust for
Yeah,
that.
but they have really built a team ready for SEC play in my team
True.
in my opinion.
That's very true. But they won't have the same cupcake schedule that they have right now. So they probably won't even, they'll probably still win all the games that Murphy starts for them, honestly. So it ain't even a big deal. Um,
Hmm. He's
Keep it
good.
moving here.
I wonder
Yeah,
if we'll
Murphy's
see. I
solid.
wonder if we'll see Arch.
Arch, I don't think so. I think they
He's
really
not
don't want.
ready. He's not ready.
Um,
Here's the big stupid upset of the week. Fail.
Oregon was
Not
there.
as close as it appears on the scoreboard. There's a
Yeah,
backdoor
yeah.
cover. They were always trailing for a lot of it, but they made it interesting at times. But Wazoo just doesn't have the horses to run with them.
Agreed. Agreed.
Ward made some good throws.
North Carolina. What the hell?
Didn't
What the
watch
hell
this game.
happened? They lost, apparently. I didn't watch it either, but apparently they lost.
I heard,
That's
I did hear
insane.
that Drake May got sacked a lot, but this game was going on, I think, a little bit before
Yeah, this was right
UW
before the
game.
UW game. Yeah.
So I was like, I had already been driving I got there early.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at the full team stats here. Let's look at
Shout out to my
sacks.
friend who goes to UNC, who was like UW UNC Apple Cup 2 versus 3 game. Let's see it. I was like, well, that'd be pretty fun. But UNC has now been eliminated from postseason play.
Yep. Basically. Well,
Unless they
playoff.
beat FSU um in an ACC championship, but I don't know.
No, they only had 2 sacks. Virginia only had 2 sacks.
Mm.
Crazy.
But that is not a good Virginia team.
No, it's a horrible Virginia team. How many other
That's
wins do they
similar
have
to
on the
us losing
season?
to that's us. That would have been like us losing to
To
ASU.
ASU.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
similar loss.
Yeah, Virginia's
William
only other
and
win this year is
Mary.
William and Mary. Yeah,
They
that's
lost to
horrible.
JMU. Go Dukes.
Yeah, horrible. Horrible loss for North Carolina. I mean,
That
shoot, what
program's
are they
still
at now?
reeling. They honestly they probably shouldn't have played this year.
17. Yeah. No, for sure. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, North Carolina.
You know, another tough one. Tennessee getting 28 unanswered against them, or was it 27?
Yep. Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Oh
27.
man,
Dude,
I was
I
like,
saw the score at halftime. I was like,
I'm like,
let's
Saban's
go.
cooked. It's over.
We're
It's
doing
over.
it.
The bad man's gone. They keep letting him claw back up. He's in a corner. Kill him. Get rid of
That's
him, please.
three straight weeks that the other team like had Bama in a spot to beat them, and all three they lost. Ridiculous.
Oh man. I
I
bet
mean,
they were firing up. I think they were toasting their cigars at halftime.
No, they definitely were. So is Tennessee ranked, or did they drop more? Probably like 24 or something. 21. Oh, they only dropped 4 spots. Huh. Well, there you go. Ole Miss squeaking past Auburn. I mean, this is a bad Auburn team, but they've played pretty much every.
They've been playing feisty.
Yeah, especially at home. They gave Georgia a run for their money too. That game, no, the Georgia Bama game.
Well,
No,
Auburn's
Bama.
the Tempe of the SEC.
True. Oh man, look at Auburn gets all their toughest games at home. Now, granted, they lost all of them, but they got Georgia, Ole Miss, and they
got New
Bama
Mexico State
home.
at home too.
Oh man, true, man. I mean, that's the one to circle, I think.
Game day,
yeah.
maybe.
Game day.
You know where game day should go to this year? Game day should go to UNLV this year.
Yeah, they got a fun team there. They're doing.
Isn't
stuff.
Brennan Marion their OC or head coach? Go offense.
Don't even know, man. But I just know they're competitive. They're doing fun stuff. Where's
Oh, they got their first votes in like forever, and they've never been ranked.
6-1. Here we go. And their only loss was Michigan too. Granted, they got absolutely boat raced by Michigan, but
can you see who their coaches?
Can I? I just Google it.
Yeah, just Google it. You got to set Google as your default, dog.
I know.
Is there OC? Oh, it's basketball.
Oh, basketball. Barry
Odom. Who's their OC?
Brennan Marion.
Yep. Go offense. Let's go. You know what the go offense is?
I do not actually.
Look it up. They might show you the iconic formation. Geo.
Here we go. Book by Brennan Marion.
Just look up images. They might show you that there's a real funky formation they use. On the right. There
one?
There we go. Look at those backfield.
And then they got the Z running deep, actually running a route.
What's really neat about this formation is that fullback has an amazing angle for split zone.
True. That is true.
So when you're on split zone with that offense, it works really, really good. And then they use the thing is, other than that, I hate the go offense because they use a million unbalanced lines, and I just hate unbalanced lines.
Mm-hmm.
And like they trick people with tackle eligibility. It's like that needs to be hammered out. I hate it.
There you go.
Yeah, and they see like right there, they put those two running backs right. It's really weird. It's really weird. But wasn't Brennan Marion the guy who coached Addison to the Biletnikoff at Pitt?
I think he was. Let's see. It'll say on his Does he have a Wikipedia page? Is the question. He does. Let's
Yeah, because then he
go.
went to Texas. Yep.
Yeah, he was. Yep,
Yep. There we
Pittsburgh
go.
2021 wide receivers coach. Yep. There we go. Hawaii, ASU offensive quality. Man, he's been
Oklahoma Baptist. What?
D2,
How?
baby.
Okay. ASU's 2015. You know who's under them?
Who would that have been under? No
The
idea.
OC, not the head coach. Oh, you don't know this? Oh,
It's not Graham Harrell, is it?
no.
Okay, I was gonna
OC?
say. No, I
Mike
have no
Norvell.
idea. Was it really Mike
hmm
Norvell?
Mike
Man,
Norvell is the reason why the Todd Graham ASU teams early on did well.
there you go. There you go. Mike Norvell. Wow. That's a good for Mike Norvell. He's moving up in the world, that's for sure. Um,
Oh
let's
gosh, we
see.
are
Where were
struggling
we?
today.
Where were we? All
Ole
right.
Miss,
Utah
all right,
SC.
Utah SC. Didn't watch this game because I was in person, but when
Yep.
they announced the score right after it went final, the PA announced it. It's like final score: Utah 34, USC 32, and the crowd just goes crazy.
Everyone hates SC, man. Don't get me wrong, there's a reasons to hate
Because
them,
USC
but
fucked our program. They are the reason why they were part of the big they were like the main people that changed the punishment that made that why that is why Don James was like, I'm gonna retire if you fuck me over. Then they fucked them over and it's like, all
Mhm.
right, fuck you. I'm retiring. And they're like, what?
True.
USC and UCLA were the biggest people behind in the Pac-10 that pushed towards changing the punishment. And then the UW AD, it was the new one. It wasn't the old one. His best buddies with Don James. Like, okay, because she was an idiot. And Don James was like, fuck you, I'm out. If you're like, Don James, you're about honor, never quitting. It's like I said I'd resign if they did it. And I did.
Called a shot.
They called a shot, and hey, they fucked them over. Fuck USC, cheaters. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm. True. But it led to Pete Carroll coming to Seattle. So that worked
That's a
out.
good point. That's a good point.
Moving on here. USC's
You watched that game though? You
postseason
talked
hopes
about that
dead.
game at all?
I did. I did watch this game. So Utah actually was up pretty sizably at one point. Blew it. Ended up being down 132-31 to SC. SC misses the 2-point conversion. So it would have been up 3
wow.
if they'd gotten it, but missed it. Utah walks right down the field just like they expected them to against the Alex Grinch defense. Gets the game-winning field goal.
I did see the Bear Alexander headbutt and him crying
Yeah,
after that.
I thought that was.
Idiot.
I don't think that
That's
was a good.
targeting. That's targeting.
It is by definition. Don't get me wrong. It was the right call, but
He hit him
man, it's
so
just
late too. He hit him so late.
it didn't.
And then I did
Live, it
see
didn't look that
Caleb
way.
Williams crying. I'm telling you, this is not a mentally strong team. And it
No,
starts
they're
from the
definitely not.
top. And they're gonna fold. They're lucky they're playing Cal this week. But
I saw a rumor that
Lincoln,
Caleb Williams might just hang it up and just say declare for the
no, that was
draft and not
Acho. That
play.
was Acho being an
That
idiot.
was Acho, yeah.
I did see another interesting thing though is NIL should make it so you have to play through and play bowls. And I like that a lot. That's a fair trade-off in my opinion.
True.
Is if they get, if they get real, especially if players start getting paid, you have to play bowls. I think that's a very fair trade-off. I
Make
think
a
that's
game
someone.
check so that you don't have to
Yeah.
play a bowl to get any money, but you get more money if you play the bowl. Like you're leaving
Oh
like
yeah.
a couple $1,000s or a couple tens of thousands, whatever they make it per game.
I
Like
think
leave
I think
that on the table.
that's something that both sides would really like. But
Mhm.
about USC. Oh yeah. No players for media availability. And then people were
Yeah.
clowning Lincoln, but it looks like he's got COVID now. Or it's some pretty serious health stuff is what the tea
Mhm.
leaves are saying. people were clowning him for not doing media availability at first. I mean, they wouldn't have clowned him if he hadn't done real shady or punk stuff earlier. That's the thing. He did not have the benefit of the doubt ready. So you can't be too mad at people, especially for how he treated some USC media people, how he treated the media at Oklahoma. What a surprise. The LA media is an absolute pressure cooker.
Mm-hmm.
Not a mentally strong team. They're folding.
Mm-hmm.
And couldn't happen to a better group of people.
It's
Jen
coming at a
Cohen.
perfect time of year with UW 2 weeks away.
Jen Cohen thought probably she had an easy make work job with a coach in place for 10 years.
Yeah, I'm still.
Hope you're enjoying it over there, buddy.
What see? Maybe Caleb Williams is the
UW lifer, but on our greatest year ever, you leave right at the beginning. I'll be having a good time. And I hope we take it to them in the Coliseum.
Yep. We'll see. I mean, I have not seen enough from our defense to make me think
McMillan will be back.
That's true. That's true. But moving on here, LSU was not very patriotic. Beat Army 62-0. Very sad.
I think this was Navy, Air Force. Yeah. Okay, it's coming up. I'll save this little fun detail for later. I don't know. Mizzou, you might know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Mizzou railed South Carolina. Okay, let's talk Navy.
Mizzou is gonna beat Georgia.
Really?
They almost did last year.
In Athens?
Mm-hmm.
I can see it. It's really freaking good this year.
Luther Burden, man. Okay. Yeah. The best part of this game was the game had to be delayed because of the veterans walking off the field that they're honoring. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. What?
Oh my gosh! But this group of very old veterans, both from the Air Force and I think it was Navy veterans, being honored on the field like during a TV timeout, and they're very old, so they were very slow walking back off the field, so they had to wait for them to walk off the field. I'll send you the video, but it's so funny.
Actually, I mean, thank you for your service, but at the same time, holy.
No, it's awesome. I love it.
That's funny, actually.
Take your time. You earned it.
Take your time. Yeah, you've earned it. That's true. They've earned it. They've earned their chance. But who didn't earn their time? Navy, because they.
Well, Air Force is really good though.
Air Force is good. Air Force was probably going to get the G5 New Year's 6 bid.
A flexbone team's gonna get the G5. I love it, man. I have both love and hate for wishbone teams. With love and a hate, and you know that quite well. But it would be found it. Here we go.
If so if we're saying, I mean, say for example, I'll watch this video real fast. Okay, actually that brings up an interesting question here. Next year, when Pac-12 is just Oregon State and Wazoo, do they qualify for the G5 New Year's 6 bowl?
So no, they actually would still be a Power 5. There's a 2-year grace
even
period.
Though it's man, that would suck. Actually.
But I think that will be resolved in time. Because the thing is, it's one thing for a football scheduling alliance. You got to schedule your other sports too.
True, that is true. I didn't even think about that. I'm watching this. Okay, this is really fun. I'm sorry. They're just moseying off, just taking their time. That's awesome, actually. Good for them. But here we go. Okay, so we're almost done with the top 25 teams. We're getting there. So Tulane escaping
and Green Wave,
Texas.
Keep on going.
Keep on rolling. Iowa.
Who'd they have their loss to early?
Tulane. Who was it to?
Ole Miss.
I don't want to say it's Ole Miss. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, Ole Miss.
Okay, yeah. Michael Pratt's really good. His only issue is staying healthy, but he might, they might be back.
Yeah, they might be back. And no shame in a loss to Ole Miss, by the way. They're 13.
No, you're a G5 team. Of course, there's no shame.
Actually, are they higher now? No, they're they're 12 now. They're 12 now. Good on them. Iowa. Oh man,
I watched this game. I watched the end of it. Man, Iowa kind of got jobbed.
I was gonna say Iowa got screwed, man. That was not a fair catch. Get out of here.
No. It wasn't ever seen as a fair catch. It was the one, and you can't advance it if you do that one. So that's the rule. Yeah.
I didn't know that actually.
So it
That's so
does follow the
stupid.
rules, but it's stupid.
It's still stupid.
No fun league moment there,
No fun league.
Let them do it. The dream of 11-1 in Iowa's over.
Yeah. Cooper DeJean, you deserve better, man. It's okay. You're gonna be drafted pretty high next year.
Yeah, he's really good. Is he white?
Yeah, he's white. They got another white
corner.
DB at Iowa.
White corner. Is he gonna
Riley
play?
Moss, Riley Moss and Cooper DeJean. I got him listed as safety right now in my database, but he can do both. He's really
change him to
athletic.
corner. Don't
change him to corner.
Safety. Real hustle guy.
Yeah, real hustle guy. First guy in, last guy
player.
out.
Good special teams player, and actually is one. Madman on special teams. That's what you say.
Yeah, real. I would let him date my daughter. I'll just say
selfless. Lunch pail guy.
Lunch pail guy.
Sneaky athlete.
Sneaky athlete. He is really freaking athletic. He's not sneaky athlete. He's gonna kill the combine.
It's what was it? Good route runner for right receiver.
Good route runner. Absolutely good route runner.
But yeah, no, I feel like the freaky white
cerebral. He's cerebral.
Too. High football IQ.
High football IQ. He's a coach,
like a coach on the field, like a coach on
the field. Yep, there you go.
And coach's son. Yeah. All the white really good athletes are either tight ends or defensive ends.
Yeah, I texted you about this literally this week. It's like white defensive ends are kind of killing it in the league right now. I mean, we got Bosa, both the Bosas, to be frank.
Both the Bosas.
Crosby, Hendrickson, TJ, JJ before him, but obviously
I would say Hendrickson and Hubbard are in a tier below the elite.
No, they definitely are. They did. Although Hendrickson, if you look at stats,
he's been playing really well. Really well. But just from like the pure athlete.
No, for sure.
Okay, look at this. I just noticed this. Look at the is that gonna be leading receiver for Pittsburgh at Wake Forest? Bub Means. Okay, look at all three names. Christian Vialou, Beau Flemister, and Bub Means. What the hell is this?
That's incredible.
I know Vialou is the Pitt quarterback and he's from Canada. Can you click on Beau Flemister and Bub Means for me? Because I don't know if they're Wake or Pitt.
So Beau Flemister, they're both Pitt.
I love Pitt. Well, and Pitt had Savassier last year too.
True. That is true. And lastly, last top 25 game, Stanford did exactly what you thought they did.
Absolutely kicked the head in against them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
this? So good.
Oh god, that was ugly. 7-3. Shout out to he hasn't posted since the Braves lost.
Yeah, this was the game to do it, man.
This is the game to do it.
When did Mississippi State score their touchdown? It'd be funny if it was 7-3 at the end of the first and just stopped. Oh no, it's 3-0, then 7-3 at halftime, and that just stopped. There you go.
Let's see, Randy the plumber.
85 winning quarterback, 8 for 12, 85 yards, a touchdown, and a pick.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected. He posted last night after the Astros lost. But he's not posting about Mississippi State. They're 4-3, man.
4-3.
Bowl eligible.
Rutgers, bowl eligible. Actually, wait, hold on.
They are. Yeah, Rutgers is bowl eligible.
Actually, no, one of their wins was against. Well, I mean, one of their wins was against Wagner, so they need to win one more to guarantee it.
Ooh,
with the schedule, that's not a guarantee, but I could see them beating like Maryland. They're a solid team this year, honestly.
Their defense is really good. I know it says right there, bowl eligible.
Oh, does it say there? I mean, a lot of teams consider 6 wins to be bowl eligible, and
they will. But I know I get what you're saying now.
But technically, like if there's like a decision, like they'll take the team that has 6 FBS wins over one that has an FCS win.
All right.
Let's see what else here. Baylor beat Cincinnati. Good for them, I guess. I'm trying to see if any
should do better against that against the new Big 12. Let's go. Charlotte 10-7 win against East Carolina.
Shout out Biff Poggi, man. Oklahoma State just keeps winning, man. We're calling them like
we were clowning on them. We were clowning on them. Is it time for?
They're 5-2. They're 5-2.
What the hell?
And they're gonna beat Cincinnati. Dude, other than Oklahoma, they're probably going to win out here. We're probably talking about 9-3 Oklahoma State after we were clowning on them.
Want a bold prediction?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oklahoma goes down in Stillwater.
Wow. So we're talking. You're saying we got a 10-2 big Oklahoma State, dude? Do they make a New Year's Six bowl?
If they beat Oklahoma, they're playing for the Big 12 championship, I think.
That is true. That is true. Actually, what would that tiebreaker look like if Texas beats Oklahoma State then? And those are all their only losses.
Texas hasn't played Oklahoma State. They lost to Iowa State. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, Oklahoma State's already got the Iowa State loss, so they'd have 2 losses if they lost to Texas. So
No,
they'd
they're
have
not
to
playing
win.
Texas.
Oh, it's true. They don't even play Texas. Okay, you're right.
Big 12 is bigger now.
Lucky. It's Big 12's bigger now. It's the bigger 12 now.
Well, they weren't 12 since like 2010.
Because it was 10 originally, yeah. So
Well, not even originally. It was 12 originally because it was the Big 8 plus the Southwestern Conference for Texas schools. And then A&M, Missouri, Colorado, and
wait, yeah, I think if Oklahoma State wins
Nebraska
out, then
all left. So then it was 8. They added
TCU. I think they got TCU,
TCU,
West Virginia,
and West Virginia. So they were at 10. So they just had 9 conference games against each other. So they were always top 2.
Mm-hmm. You're right. So I think if OSU beats Oklahoma and Texas, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State all win out the rest of those games, I think the Big 12 championship is bedlam. I think it's Oklahoma State at that point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So imagine Big 12 champion.
The final
State.
Bedlam Bowl.
The final Bedlam Bowl.
Because they've said
the
they're not going to continue it. That would be one hell of a final Bedlam Bowl. Yeah. I think Bedlam being in Stillwater is just a huge. The paddles that they have is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know about that until a couple years ago. The Caleb Williams lost his Stillwater.
There you go. So I guess Texas has to root hard for
Nebraska for winning record for the first time in a while.
Yeah, all they have to do is play Northwestern. Let's see.
Wake Pitt. The jar didn't work this week.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because Pitt had the leading passer, rusher, and receiver, and they lost.
Hey, it's when you play at Wake Forest. Wake Forest is one of the cursed places I think Pitt is the cursed place of the
ACC. Oh yeah,
of the ACC. Yeah, because Pat White went down there, but that was Big East back then. But still, all right, cursed places. We've talked about this before, but this is pretty easy.
It's ASU in the Pac-12,
Kinnick in the Big Ten, a night game at Kinnick.
SEC's
Auburn, Pitt, and then Big 12.
Big 12. It's probably like Iowa State.
No.
Until recently.
No, never. Iowa State's always been one of the worst. They're Indiana tier. I would say maybe Oklahoma State, especially under Gundy.
True. I don't know. I've always thought more highly of Oklahoma State than I think of any of those other teams, though. Tech. Oh, it's Tech. It's definitely Tech. Lubbock. It's Lubbock. Yeah. There you go.
Let's see here. Anything else interesting here? Yeah, Kansas State.
No, BYU got their first conference win.
Oh, good for them. I've heard rumors of NFL teams being interested in Joey McGuire. Isn't that weird? That has to be a leak test.
No, that's
I've heard from a very good source, and he thinks it's weird too. But he says multiple people have told him in the NFL that people are interested in McGuire. But I was like, that can't be true.
No, there's no way.
Kansas State kicked the head in of TCU. Tough season for them, man. UNLV 6-1. Clemson and Miami going to OT. The dynasty's over.
Fun game. Miami. Yep. Clemson's dynasty's officially
What time
over.
was that? What time was that game?
Let's find out. I'll probably say right here. It was at
probably 4:30, right? Us.
What time was this game? It's so weird. Oh, wait, here we go. 5 p.m.
Now, is that Eastern or Pacific?
I want to
I
say
could
this
see
is
that being
Pacific.
Eastern. Could see that
No,
being
it
Eastern.
could be. Either.
Or no,
Honestly.
I mean Pacific. I mean Pacific.
It could be a Pacific or Eastern. Honestly, I don't actually remember. You'd have to watch a replay and see if it looks dark outside in
It
that
does.
picture. So I'm gonna say it was 5 p.m. Pacific, so 8 p.m. Eastern. Which
Dynasty's
sounds
over,
right.
man.
Yeah, no, Dynasty's definitely over.
How long do you think Dabo stays?
Yeah, he will. He will. Until
Well, it's like
yeah.
the thing is, without Venables, it's tough because the whole thing about sign stealing is not illegal. It's everyone does it. So let's not feign innocence here. It's the in-person scouting that has Michigan State or Michigan in a huge amount of trouble. Because who is another, I said Todd Graham's a really good sign stealer. You know who is also known to be a very, very good sign stealer?
Who's
Brett Venables.
There you go.
And then also the churches that they laundered money through in Clemson. Guess what? Everyone can do that now, so you don't have that advantage. That's why the dynasty's over. And then Dabo's refusing to adapt. Dabo, like we've made that comp a lot. Is Chris Peterson, Dabo. Dabo is a Chris Peterson in a blue blood, or not blue blood, but a recruiting hotbed that and he was able to get over the hump.
Yep, that is true.
And they're going the same way, not wanting to adapt.
True. And Nevada got a win. Congratulations on beating San Diego State 6-0.
6-0. Jeez, what time was that? Nevada's got to fire
this
their
is a
coach.
super late game. Oh yeah,
I heard that. I remember I saw people say San Diego test.
Yeah. Here we go. So getting into this week's games because
tragedy struck today.
Mm-hmm.
It was the greatest game ever. My number one little guy right now, Big Red, was on showcase for the entire world. They had chyrons of him too. It was awesome. They had chyrons of the position Big Reds for each player that they showed chyrons of. Got pretty smacked down by Liberty. It was a big bummer. I will not recover, but I will buy a t-shirt and we'll see it soon. Shout out Big Red. You're the champion in my heart.
There you go. Nothing really to talk about with these weekday games, to be honest.
Syracuse, Virginia Tech, 2 coaches probably coaching for their lives.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm watching that Friday game though. FAU at Charlotte. Let's go.
It's gonna be one of the only times that Biff Poggi's on national TV.
Ooh, he's on ESPN too. Ooh.
Moving on to Saturday. Here we go.
Florida State
FSU
at Wake.
FSU, they're going to a cursed place. We'll see.
It's always tough to play against the slow mesh. If you're caught sleeping, if you're a team that's high up on yourselves, Florida State's not been playing their most complete games, slow mesh can get you. Slow mesh can get you for some long touchdowns.
Yep. Oklahoma going to Kansas.
I think of that one in 21, the Caleb Williams game.
True.
That's what I think of.
Yep.
I think it'll be closer than we think, but I think Oklahoma will pull it out.
Yeah. Kansas, I mean, it's just is Daniels back? Did he play last week?
I don't know, but their defense is really good.
True. Did they have this game wasn't last week, was it? I think this was the week before last week. Yeah, this was the week before. Yeah, maybe Daniels is back, maybe he's not. They didn't play last week, so
Bean's not been bad.
Yeah, sure.
But not as good as Jalen Daniels.
Penn State.
The Michael Penix anniversary bowl.
It won't go the same way because the extension, it's not gonna go. It was short. Way here. UMass going to Army in game of the week right there. So here's my big stupid upset. I think UMass. I'm just kidding. I don't care enough about that. Let's see. Looking else here, South Carolina and
that'll be fun. I'm excited for that. I might watch that at 9.
2 disappointing, weird SEC teams.
Clemson at NC State. That would have been interesting a couple years ago. Georgia at Florida.
Florida. Yeah, world's largest outdoor cocktail party.
It's fun, but Florida's not looking too hot, man.
They're not. Oregon, Utah. Here we go. Here's
BYU at Texas. That's a weird matchup to think about. Those are teams that I don't feel like they should be playing each other.
Well, they won't after this year. So just this year, just a
But
one-time
yes,
thing.
fun matchup here. Game day. Rice Eccles is going to be insane.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. This is a game to get predictions for. Let's see the line here.
Oregon really had some tough draws. You're at Washington, at Utah, at ASU. That is just tough luck right there, man.
Yep.
Give me Utah.
So, I disagree. I'm gonna go Oregon with this one. I just don't think Utah is gonna have the horses to keep up with Oregon at the end of the
I
day. Their
don't.
offense is so bad.
I think they just have special juice for when they play Utah or USC.
They do. But
I think Bryson Barnes probably gets exposed.
Yeah.
Makes our win against Oregon look better. But Dan Lanning has not shown an ability to play on the road very well. I will say that.
Fair. I guess we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if Utah wins this game because
I think it'll be close. I think it'll be close.
They got some magical, weird bullshit juice that flows through
their
veins
injury
every time they play a ranked
situation
team.
is just horrendous.
Yeah,
it is just everybody's hurt. Landon Barton. Guess what? There's another one. There's another Barton,
the brother
linebacker, who's a big time thumper, who probably is a shitty tackler.
Pittsburgh.
He's going to be a Seahawk, I bet. And
they're going to draft him in the second round.
I will lose my shit if we have another Barton on the team.
They're going to draft him in the
Does
fourth
Travis
round.
Homer have a brother?
No, but DJ Dallas does. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Pitt at Notre Dame. That's got to be Notre Dame.
I
think Pitt really got up for Louisville.
Mm-hmm. No, they definitely did. I think Duke. Speaking of Louisville, Duke going to Louisville. That'll be a fun one there. Is Riley Leonard back? I heard he re-aggravated his injury actually, so he might be back out again. That would be a bummer if he was. Promising Duke season slipping by because of the Leonard injury. Yeah, they lost 2 of the last 3. It's tough.
It's brutal schedule though. Brutal schedule.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Like they're the only team in the ACC with a hard schedule, and they're doing really well.
Yeah, right to them. Mississippi State, Auburn, some weird bullshit's gonna happen in that game. I'll tell you that much now.
Michigan State, Minnesota.
Big Ten
sucks, man. We're losing such a fun brand of football this year.
Yeah. SC going.
Don't tell me like the only reason that the Big Ten surviving in the Pac-12 is because of championships and cannibalism. Honestly, if you're just talking about economic, geographic, all those kinds of trends, I think you'd expect the Big Ten for like I think what you would have expected, especially if they had competent leadership, is I think what would have happened is Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, and a third, maybe Notre Dame would join the pack. If you're looking at things just like geographic human trends, especially just with the Midwest declining over the last 20 years, deindustrialization, you expect that to happen. But
true, because of more and more people flocking towards big cities, and Rutgers is the New York market, Northwestern Chicago market. It's true the Pac-12 had LA at the USC,
they probably would have added like Northwestern or Rutgers. Imagine Rutgers being on an island.
Yeah. Instead, now it's the West Coast schools on an island. But
I don't know. It'll get fixed when it's a super conference. When we leave the NCAA, it'll get better, because I think you'll get some of the old. I think you'll get like Utah back in the fold, and like maybe an Arizona school or something, and we'll play pods. It'll get fixed. We're not going to be in the Big Ten too long.
Have we had a big stupid upset yet?
No, we might have to go back.
Cal's beating USC.
Oh, I like it. Cal's so bad though.
They're horrible.
That's a big stupid upset.
It's a big stupid upset.
What's this, week 8? Yeah.
No, this is week 9 we're looking at right now.
Holy shit.
Yep.
All right, I'll put you down for one. Beau, Cal. I don't have one yet. I'm not liking anything I see yet.
Shout out my sister. She went to Cal.
Shout out.
I'll
Smart
give you
girl.
one. Speaking of smart people, UW Stanford. It's gonna
Nerds.
be
Last game at the
it's gonna be a
library.
bloodbath. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
I think we're gonna be playing at. I think we'll continue to play Stanford or Cal. I think we
In
will.
like out of conference. I think
Yeah,
UW Stanford makes sense for like a consistent out of conference matchup.
I think it does.
Um, what if that pissed off like you Wazoo fans? Like we don't keep the Apple Cup going, but we keep playing
It's gonna
Stanford
stay.
every year.
It's the Apple Cup will continue to be played
It will. It
because
will.
just the economic impact of it. And you know what? Fuck it. Let's do a home and home. Fuck it.
Yeah.
If you behave, we will do a home and home. If Martin Stadium is too hostile for our players and fans, we can't do a home and home.
Do it at say you'll do a neutral site and then do it at
And at
Lumen
Lumen,
Field.
well, honestly, Lumen is a neutral site because there's just as many Cougs as there are Huskies that'll go to that game.
Sure.
Especially if you give equal allotment.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be the way to
That'll
do it.
go to the game, not in the area. That'll go to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's going to be bad. I think Huskies are going to be pissed. Stanford's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mike's going for like 400.
Yeah. Air Force, Colorado State. Air Force will keep its streak alive.
Off we go into the blue yonder. Something I knew you said in other words. Off we go into the wide blue yonder in 6-8 time, just like the Huskies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look it up. Look it up real quick. No, that's not just the marching band, but it's also the Navy, the Air Force song.
The wild blue yonder.
I said wide. Yep. That's the Air Force song. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Zooming's in there.
Give him. Okay,
that's an awesome fight song. Oh my! Give him the gun. Give him the gun. We're talking about the Dardanelles in our leather lungs, but they're giving the gun. I love it.
Pretty sweet.
Go Air Force. Where are they?
They're the Falcons.
Falcons. Go Falcons.
Which they don't have as fun of a name as the other two service academies, Black Knights and Midshipmen. Like
they need a better name. They should at least be Eagles. Pick the Eagles as a bird.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pilots. There's some Mariners with pilots.
Yeah.
Jets.
Yeah, Air Force. I don't know.
Jets,
maybe Air Force
fighters, pilots. Pilots. You can do better than Falcon. You can do.
I guess maybe midshipmen though. I guess that's no different than doing like the Air Force pilots. So yeah. Air Force admirals. Yeah. Hold on. Why? What? That would be cool. Why is Navy or Air Force not done the admirals yet? And
generals for Army.
Army would have to be the generals. Yeah.
What? Come on, man. Put us in charge of something.
Yeah. Tennessee, Kentucky. This one's going to be, I don't know, maybe Joe Milton will do something fun. Who knows? I don't know. I'm obviously down on both these teams right now. They've both been disappointing me in recent weeks. Ohio State going to Wisconsin. Going to Camp Randall. They're going to be jumping around when they lose.
All right, here we go. Big stupid upset. You go other UW. Dairy Raid is flying high all over the Buckeyes. Wisconsin wins. Man.
They're gonna lose like 21-3. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I like it. We have to have a big stupid
Luke
upset.
Fickell is bitter that he wasn't given the job.
Oh, he definitely is. Ole Miss hosting Vanderbilt. Colorado going to UCLA.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
That one's a good
Coach,
one.
do you see Coach Prime's beard?
I did. He's got the
Wow
fox going.
Wow. Ooh, didn't know about that.
Yeah. He's it's a good look, honestly. It's a good look. It
is. It looks good. And he has some very valid, and I completely agree with him on his points about sign stealing and like controversy. That'll be a fun one. This one's going to be big for if they can be bowl eligible.
No, yeah, I mean they need to win this one basically to get there because I mean the rest of their schedule is Home against U of A, I guess you could probably call a toss up, but U of A is kind of peaking right now. Again, maybe they won't be in 3 weeks, but who knows? I mean, I don't know
They
if
have
I
a good
see.
defense, and they have Carson Steele and Chip Kelly could scheme any running back to be
I don't think
successful.
they're. I mean, I don't know if they'll be favored in any of these games again, except
No,
maybe again U of
are
A,
they
and they
favored
need to
this
win
week?
two of them. No, no,
Yeah,
they're definitely not favored this week.
yeah, because UCLA being
No,
ranked this week.
UCLA is ranked.
Don,
Yeah,
yeah, they got a QB problem, man.
yeah,
They got a
UCLA is
QB
minus
problem.
17 and a half.
Woo!
Holy crap. I
Give
don't
me the
think it'll be that
Buffs.
close. Yeah, give me the Buffs against the spread, but no, UCLA will
Yeah,
win.
yeah. Give me that spread.
Um, North Carolina, Georgia Tech. Okay, North
Georgia Tech
Carolina.
would win if they ran the flex bone.
Yeah. Old Dominion JMU. Here we go. The Monarchs versus the Dukes. That's a
Okay,
fun mascot matchup.
what's Old Dominion's record?
Probably not very good. 4-3. No, 4-3. Almost
JMU's
bowl
going
eligible.
down.
Really? At home in the famous Bridgeforth Stadium?
Zane Schalker Field in Harrisonburg.
Zane Schalke Field.
Harrisonburg, adding a Berg.
Yeah. Count me as that's the first time I've ever heard of Harrisonburg, Virginia, to be quite honest with you.
From my time in mock governments online, I know of a lot of very obscure cities in the United States, but I did not know about Harrisonburg.
Harrisonburg's one of the more obscure
And just
ones there.
knowing congressional districts and stuff like that. And here's why I think they're going down is because they finally are ranked. This is what happens. They finally get the recognition and then they go down.
Yep.
Wazoo at ASU, the desert.
Chaos. I could see this being a big. I mean, I don't know if I would call this a big stupid upset because Wazoo's on a cold streak, massive.
Jake Dickert's interviewing, man. I think he's interviewing. I think he's gone. He's got no loyalty to Wazoo like Smith has to OSU.
Speaking of, sorry, hold on, go
ahead. I think one thing that helped ASU was also they're coming off a bye and probably threw away their entire defensive playbook to play against us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how they fare this week. Maybe we'll have to start taking a closer look at them after this week if they either take down or play well against the Cougs.
Cincy going to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State will win that game, and they will continue their
Stillwater.
march towards
They're going to get a
Big 12
rude
champion.
They're going to rude awakening in Stillwater.
I can't believe we're seriously talking about the possibility of a Big 12 champion that lost 33-7 to South Alabama like 4 weeks ago.
Kane Womack. College football is weird. That's why we love it.
Oregon State going down to the desert. I think they dropped that one. I think Arizona wins this game.
I think so too.
Tucson. I'll be in Tucson at 7:30
with the spread. Hey, cousin Russell, this game, bet on it. He went 0 for 3 in his parlay last week. So, sorry for putting you on the spot here, but he had a rough parlay. But put some money on this one.
I'll be in Tucson Saturday night too.
If you're feeling real spicy, put it on the money line.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this matchup. I was right about Oregon State's secondary of not being great. I think Arizona has an elite offense. I really do.
Since they went to feed him, man, they've been killing it.
Yeah, and I think they have pieces on the defense. But every part of their offense seems pretty, at least not elite A tier. Running backs, receivers. I'm loving it. They're a fun team.
Dude, I was talking about this earlier. Like, there's a possibility, Diamondbacks going to the World Series. Suns, one of the best teams in the NBA. Cardinals might get Caleb Williams next year. And U of A and ASU are on upward trajectories as they enter the Big 12, at least in football.
They're going to eat.
It's a fun if Arizona's becoming a fun sports state, just forget about our hockey team.
Oh, yeah, it won't be around too much longer.
Exactly. Most of us have. So there we go. Arizona's going to be a fun sports
state. That's going to be a fun one. New Mexico's going to kill Nevada.
Yeah, for sure. V Fresno State, fun one right there.
That's going to be a really fun one. Let's see how legit UNLV is.
Has Fresno State? No, yeah, Fresno State's only loss was that Wyoming game. They bounced back well
against Utah State. It was in the probably worst place to play in college football, in my opinion.
Laramie, Wyoming.
Laramie is just, and they're really good this year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Wyoming's a good squad for sure. And then lastly, San Jose State doing the Hawaii test.
Hawaii
8:59
test.
Pacific time. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. This game starts at
I'm gonna be
midnight on the East
watching a
Coast.
lot of games this weekend. I'm meeting some cop friends of my brother at a
Okay.
bar. Friend of his is a Ole Miss grad. One of his guy in his academy with them. So I'm gonna give him shit for not beating Alabama when they could have. But who's the Ole Miss playing? I got to do some research.
Are they playing? Let's see. Mississippi State, Southern Miss. Oh, Vanderbilt. Home against Ole Miss.
He's a piece. Hey, same time as the Huskies. There we go.
Yep, there you go.
Perfect. Going to a bar, maybe D&B's because they got a million TVs.
I'm gonna be at a Halloween party in Tucson, so I probably will actually miss most of the UW Stanford game. Let me know how it goes. Hopefully, we don't have a blowout and I'll miss it.
Halloween party, fuck you. It's college football season.
I work on Tuesday, man. Oh, I can't just not do work.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but there we go. That's it. That's college football week 10. Or no, sorry, week 9.
Jeez,
and guess what?
Almost week 10.
Speaking of Halloween, next Tuesday's college football podcast will be on Halloween.
Ooh,
maybe
we'll see. We'll see if we have time for it. But yes,
true. But if we do on Halloween, we'll wear costumes. And if we don't, we'll still wear costumes because that'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
There we go.
I'll wear a Biff. I'll wear a Coach Wiley costume. Or Biff Poggi costume.
If I can find gold, I've got a cowboy hat. If I find gold sunglasses, I'll wear a Coach Prime costume.
Prime. Oh, I have a cowboy hat too.
We can both be Coach Prime for Halloween.
Be Coach Prime. No blackface, buddy.
No, oh, don't worry. Yeah. No, we're avoiding that. No,
that would be fun. Yeah, we gotta be Coach Prime for Halloween. Boom, we're doing it.
We're doing it. I mean, because after all. You want to close this off with the famous saying?
If one of us Coach Prime for Halloween, all of us Coach Prime for Halloween. I think it's probably going to be a pretty big costume this year, actually. I think it might be more costumed than the Bobby Petrino costume.
Oh, that's man, I don't know about that. Bobby Petrino was a classic, man.
Not, well, this year.
Yeah. In each year.
You see Bobby Petrinos every year.
True. Coach Prime will be popular.
If one of us is Coach Prime for Halloween, all of us are Coach Prime for Halloween. If one of us click like, all of us click like. If one of us subscribe, all of us click subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a good one.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in.